Hey guys, what's up? If you're new around here, my name is Hannah Martin and today, can we just appreciate I'm in my new room. This is my first sit down video in my new room and I couldn't be more excited. I thought what better way to celebrate my new surroundings than doing a quick Q&A with you guys. So I'm just going to get straight onto it. Guys, I hope you've been having a great week. I've had the best first week ever. I've really been enjoying it. It's been really intense, but I like intense. I like to work hard, I like to push myself, so I've been really enjoying it so far, which I'm sure quite a few of the questions will be about how I'm getting on at college, and I want to say right at the start, I'm absolutely loving it. I'm really enjoying like having that bit of independence and living on my own, although I do really miss my family sometimes. If you guys want to take part in these sort of things, make sure to go follow me on Instagram. It's HannahMartinRG. Without further ado, let's have a look at these. I have got quite a few, so I will just be picking out a few of them to answer today, because otherwise I will be here all night and I have training early tomorrow morning. So also, I bought Netflix. Tips on how to become more technical. PS, love you. Oh, thank you so much. I would just say practice. I mean, for me, technique is something I'm really having to focus on, work on. I don't feel like anyone's technique is perfect, so I would just say keep working on it, keep focusing on the details, listen to every single correction that your teacher gives you and take it on board, write it down, put it in your body, take time to practice it outside of class time so that you can really improve. How often do you stretch? That really depends, because it depends what classes I have. I at least do like a proper stretch session once a day with my own stretching routine. I've actually got a video of that, so if you guys want to watch it, I'll link it down below. But like sometimes I could stretch like 5 or 6 times during a day, because I'll stretch before a class or after a class, so it really just does depend on my timetable, but at least once a day for 15 minutes I have a stretching routine. Have you been enjoying college? Yes, I have. I think I answered that like straight off the video because I was just so excited. What is the hardest thing you had to learn in ballet? Ooh, that's hard. Each next challenge is the hardest thing. I think the thing I'm always having to work on is turnout and pulling up out of my legs, because I'm so flexible. I have a tendency just to sit in my flexibility and I really need to pull up more. So that's something I've found really difficult even through my rhythmic gymnastics career as well. So something that I'm constantly working on. Favourite Frida silk? Ooh, probably this one. How would you start to get into dance photography? I personally got into dance photography when I applied to be a JRP ambassador back in, it was only last year. Yeah, last year. So I've been an ambassador for John for just over a year now, and I hadn't had much photo shoot experience before then. For me, becoming an ambassador was a great way for me to get that experience in photography, but again, ambassadorships aren't for everyone, so you really have to find a pathway that works for you. But becoming an ambassador for a dancewear brand or a photographer, I think is a great way to get into it. Who are your inspirations? And you are amazing. Oh, thank you so much. I have so many. I mean, obviously all the principal dancers at the Royal Ballet, Yasmin Nagdi, I can't say her name, I try so hard to pronounce it right, Marinella Nunez. I don't think I'm saying it right, but she is the most stunning dancer and I find her so inspiring. I also really like dancers like Autumn Miller, like I think she's really cool as well. Dream companies. At the moment, with the amount of jobs available, I feel like any company would be a dream company. But obviously everyone like dreams of being part of the Royal Ballet, the Birmingham Royal Ballet, the English National Ballet. I really do like the companies here in the UK, but again, the world's the oyster, we'll see what happens. Plans for after your dance career? I definitely want to still be involved in dance somehow, even after I finish performing. I also love doing videos and working with photography, so I'm thinking maybe something along dance, photography, videography, creating my own company even one day. I know that's quite a big dream to have, but I always think you need to dream big. Was there a time when you thought to give up? Yeah, there's definitely been moments where I felt like I wasn't ever going to be good enough or ever going to achieve anything, and it's when you push through those moments where you become stronger. It's easy to say that though, it is really easy to say that, but actually doing it is another thing. So if you're having those moments where you feel like giving up, just remember there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. What school year are you in? So I would now be in year 14. Do you plan to do acting or be on a TV show? I think you would be amazing. Oh, thanks. I would actually quite like to do acting one day, maybe after my dance career, who knows, but my brother's an actor and he'd probably say, Hannah, yeah. I could see myself as a potential presenter. Why did you start dancing? I feel like I was dancing ever since I was born. My mum was a dancer and I was in her productions from like day dot. You know, I was dancing up on stage since I was like 3 or 4 years old, so it came very naturally to me. A favourite dance brand you've ever modelled for? Obviously I'm going to have to say Basilica because I'm an ambassador for them, but actually genuinely I have loved working with Basilica. From the very start they believed in me. The people there are so nice and so genuine. Favourite photo that John has ever taken of you? Love you lots. Oh my gosh, that's hard. But I have a few favourites. I had this one from my first underground ballerina shoot with John. And then the second favourite is the one we did on Lancing Beach, which is this one. Obviously there's always things that could be better, could be improved, but I do really like these 2 photos. Favourite ballet has to be Romeo and Juliet. I'm a bit of a romantic. Do you do styles other than ballet at college? Yes, I also study jazz, contemporary and flamenco. Fave subject at school? So I'm not actually doing academic subjects now, but my favourite subject when I was at school was definitely English literature. I absolutely loved that. I actually did consider maybe doing a degree in it, and it's still something I think I might do in the future, but I loved English literature. It was my favourite A-level that I took. Point or flat? Depends on my mood. Contemporary or ballet? Also depends on my mood. What point shoes do you use? I've gone on a bit of a journey with point shoes over the last few months. I was using the Chloe Merlet shoes for a long time, but recently I've been trying to experiment. As it's my graduate year, I really want to get a shoe that I feel really confident in. I tried the Grishko 2007s and they made a lot of noise and they were very hard, which didn't necessarily suit my feet because I don't have the highest arches. And now I literally just got a new pair of Grace blocks and I'm going to try them out. I'll let you know how it goes. What keeps you motivated? This is a really interesting question, and sometimes I myself have to ask the question when I feel demotivated and I feel like I don't want to do things. The fact that I love what I do, I genuinely love what I do. Sometimes it gets tough and I don't want to train. Actually, a lot of the time I feel really tired and don't want to train. If you want to be the best, you have to train the hardest, you have to train the best. Obviously wise, you need to rest, you need all that, that's part of training, but you have to train smart and you have to push yourself. No one can do it for you. You have to put the work in, the hours in. I know because I've seen the results when you put in all the hard work, what can happen. And I think that's what pushes me, is the thought like when I've put all these hours in, the result is going to be magical. What other hobbies do you do besides dance and gymnastics? I love doing YouTube, as you've probably guessed if you're watching this video. I love talking to you guys on social media about what I'm up to and sharing with you guys. So pretty much my life is just dance, YouTube and sleeping. Do you watch any dance, gymnastics, movie series? If yes, which ones? I have to say, when I was doing my A-levels, I did watch The Next Step, the whole how many series there were on CBBC. I don't know why, they just helped me get through it. Really random. What is your favourite Basilica leotard? By the way, you're such an inspiration. Oh, thank you so much. That's another hard one. Oh gosh. Literally talking to my friends today, I was talking about how much I love my Christmas leotard. Like, Basilica's Christmas leotards are the best. The only thing is that I actually wanted to wear it on Friday, but I got embarrassed. It's like September, it's not Christmas, but I really want to wear it because I really like it. It's one of my favourites because I think it's so unique and I really love the lace on it. Have you done much travelling, and where is your favourite place so far? I have done quite a fair bit of travelling because I've been to lots of different competitions for Earth Gymnastics. So I've been to Australia, I've been to Israel, Belarus, Greece, Hungary, Serbia, where else? Bulgaria. My top place has to be Australia because I was there for a whole month and I really got to take in the ambience of the country. I really loved it there. I did like Israel as well. Israel and Australia were my 2 top favourites. Don't know if that had association to do with the fact that those competitions also went really well, which might have reflected on the country as well, but you know. I want to go to Spain and America. Those are the 2 on my bucket list that I haven't been to yet. Oh my gosh, there's still so many questions. Okay, I'm gonna answer just a few more. Have you ever doubted or thought you weren't ever good enough to dance? So many times, I can't even tell you. I think we all have insecurities, things that we feel like are never good enough, and it's just pushing through those tough moments, which is important. Again, remember, Instagram, everyone only puts up their best highlights. I know this because I do the same. Instagram isn't a true reflection of how good a dancer is. If you're looking on Instagram thinking, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be good enough because that girl can do 10 pirouettes. Maybe that girl isn't doing 10 pirouettes every single day. It's just the one that she put up on her Instagram. So these are things to think about. Were you scared to move? I was a little bit nervous because I haven't properly lived on my own before, but I am actually really enjoying it a lot more than I thought. How much training did you have to do to get to your level? I think I've been in quite intense training, both rhythmic gymnastics and ballet, since the age of about 11. I would say I've been working quite intensely from that age, but again, I think anything is possible through hard work and determination. So if you start later, doesn't mean that you're not going to make it. You just have to put your mind to it and focus. This is an interesting one. Do you ever find ballet boring? Some days I feel very tired and I don't feel like working, I don't feel like focusing, and I just have to remind myself that I want to improve, I want to get better, and if I want to get better I have to focus. Sometimes the technique side can get very tedious because you're working on the same things over and over and over again. The repetition is the key to the improvement, but sometimes that can get really frustrating and occasionally boring, but I know I have to go through that process to get to where I want to be. So yes, sometimes it can get tedious, but it's definitely worth it in the end. A lot of questions here are asking how many hours do I train a day? It does depend on the schedule because the schedule is different for every day, but roughly I do maybe about 4 to 7 hours a day, roughly, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. How to be more flexible. I actually have a lot of flexibility tutorials on this channel if you guys want to check them out, but I would just say consistency is key. Doing your stretches every single day, doesn't have to be loads and loads and loads, but doing them daily, consistently, that's what's important. Why did you decide to pursue dancing and stop rhythmic gymnastics? This is a question I have got for so long. The answer is basically there was some very, very difficult family circumstances in rhythmic gymnastics. It got to the point where it was like choosing between the sport and my family, and obviously for me family comes first, so I chose my family, and dancing was always something that I loved to do, and I knew I was going to do it one day, whether I was going to continue with rhythmic gymnastics or not. I knew that dancing was the route I was going to take after my career in rhythmic gymnastics. So even though it was slightly sooner than I thought it would be, I knew that dance one day would be something that I would do. Would you say RG or ballet is more demanding on the body or the same in different ways? This is really interesting because I did find rhythmic gymnastics very, very intense. There was a lot of incredibly flexible movements that you would repeat and repeat and repeat on a daily basis. I did find it extremely tough on the body. The same thing with ballet, the point work is extremely tough on your ankles. I would say rhythmic gymnastics was slightly more strenuous. Your back and your shoulders a whole lot more as well for the throws and all the walkovers and spins and stuff. So I would say it was slightly more strenuous on my body doing rhythmic gymnastics. I would say ballet careers can go on a bit longer. You see some ballet dancers continue to 30, even 40 years old. Whereas with rhythmic gymnasts, you rarely see any rhythmic gymnasts surpass the age of 30. They're usually retired by 25. So you can see by the retirement ages that ballet is probably more sustainable. How much do you miss your brothers? I miss them a lot. I really do miss them because I miss giving them a hug in the evenings. Do you like Haribo and Tang Fastics? I can't say I'm a huge fan of chewy sweets, to be honest. If I'm going to treat myself, it will definitely be a more chocolate kind of girl. Song you would have liked to dance to on TGD but didn't get the chance to. Ooh, You Say by Lauren Daigle. I listened to that song the whole way through my audition process because I was so nervous. I was just like listening to it and vibing. I really wanted to do it for the live shows, but there was never a challenge that really suited that song, so that was such a shame because I really wanted to use it, but who knows, I might use it for Peace later on in the future. Guys, that is the majority of the questions. I'm so sorry if I didn't get around to answering yours. There were just so many. I do hope you really enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of long, kind of just rambling. It was just me chilling in my room. And I'm a bit tired. So I better get some sleep, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below and hit that subscribe button because I would super appreciate it, because I'm going to probably be having a few more chats like this just in my little dorm room. So Guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon. Dream big and make it happen.